I'm Jillian Gora from Fiscal Management Associates, or FMA. We work with nonprofits to help them build the financial management capacity needed to best support their mission work. Financial management doesn't have to be mysterious or scary, in part because you don't have to do it alone. And that's what we're here to talk about today, using a team-based financial management approach to develop your annual operating budget. First, who's on the budget development team? A lot of nonprofits limit the budget conversation to executives, finance people, and fundraising staff. But we recommend a broader approach that includes folks from the program side, as well as from operations, and from the board. Here's why. The lead executive drives the overall strategy for the organization. The finance lead drives financial management, including the budgeting process. Sometimes the lead executive and the finance lead are the same person, depending on the size of the organization. Fundraising staff can tell you what's feasible to raise based on funder priorities and relationships. Program leads, for example, the people who run your after-school program, know best what it takes to effectively run their program. HR staff understand the cost of turnover, new hires, changes to benefits, salary increases, and more. And finally, the board treasurer and finance committee should be involved early on to help inform organizational goals for the upcoming year, and also to avoid any unexpected questions at the end of the process. That's your team. Remember, your annual operating budget plans for all departments and programs. So your budgeting team should also include all departments and programs. Once the team's in place, what's next? We've broken it down into 10 steps. Step 1, create a calendar. You probably know when the board needs to approve your final budget, so work backward from there to set deadlines for any committee approvals you might need first, as well as any internal deadlines for preliminary drafts the team will work through together. The whole process typically takes about 5 to 6 months. Step 2, confirm your goals. That means both financial and programmatic goals for the year. This one may sound daunting, but the team approach helps cover all your bases. The team should ask themselves questions like, are the goals clear and understood by everyone on the team? Are the financial goals and programmatic goals aligned? Will you budget for a surplus, a deficit, or to break even? Can you build a plan to grow reserves? And what do these goals look like on a calendar? Step 3, provide data. The team should have access to both year-end projections as well as past financial reports as a reference point for planning. Step 4, pick a template. The team leader should distribute the templates they'd like each team member to use to build their budgets. This gives the team a roadmap to input anticipated revenues and expenses and note assumptions. You'll find a link to download a sample at the end of this video. Step 5, draft the budget. The budget team can now use the financial data, organizational goals and priorities, and updated templates to build their department budgets. The finance lead should also work with team members to project monthly cash ins and outs and make sure there's enough cash on hand throughout the year. Step 6, identify gaps and negotiate solutions. When the department budgets are combined into one organizational plan, it's not uncommon for there to be budget gaps or cash flow shortages that need to be addressed. Budgeting is an iterative process, so be sure to build in adequate time for the finance lead to meet with team members and work on appropriate adjustments. Step 7, check your values. Take a look at the complete draft and assess whether the budget meets the organization's goals and values. Some key questions might be, does your planned compensation reflect your commitment to equity? Do your budget projections support the current year's goals of a longer-term strategic plan? Step 8, create contingency plans. Even the best laid plans can go awry due to unforeseen circumstances, especially for higher risk revenue and expenses. A contingency plan should answer the questions, what might happen, what will we do if it happens, and how will we communicate changes to stakeholders? Step 9, present the budget to your board. Be sure to be thorough in your presentation by including all assumptions, risks, and opportunities behind the budget, and leave enough time for questions, concerns, and feedback from the board members. Step 10, debrief. Be sure to check in with the team on what went well and what you'd like to improve for your budgeting process next year, which is, after all, only 6 months away. So there you have it. 10 steps to creating your annual budget as a team. We've partnered with hundreds of nonprofits as they work through these steps, and overwhelmingly, they've found that working as a team keeps everyone focused on their goals and thinking creatively about how to solve challenges together.